I am unashamed. I definitely use ChatGPT. Listen, when I tell you that ChatGPT and I are, we are here, you feel me? So when I think of AI, I always think of ChatGPT specifically. I know that there's different forms of AI, artificial intelligence, and technically AI has been around for a very long time. But obviously now it's more of a buzzword because it's infiltrated our everyday lives even more than I think anyone could have ever predicted it would. So, when I was scrolling through my Instagram this weekend, I saw a video of Will Smith performing in concert. And listen, Will, I'm glad you still rap. I'm glad you still rap. I love that for you. I love that he was at the O2 in the UK, and that thing was sold out. It looked like it. Except there was a video that he posted that caused some concern. It was very bizarre, because it was very clearly AI in the video. And he used it in a way in which, I'm not gonna lie to you, it never even crossed my mind, but it definitely opened up this portal, if you will, this AI portal that I thought existed, because it's actually so much bigger than what I realized. Will Smith was accused of using AI to create bigger audiences in his new promo video. Now, I don't know what he was promoting. I'm going to be very honest. I have no clue what he was promoting. He released his first full-length album in 2 decades in March. He's currently on a global tour to promote it. That's what the article says. So when I was telling Rhea about this, I'm like, I think he's on tour with his new album. I think. But I guess that's fair. He's promoting his album that came out in March. It's September, but yeah, he's promoting it. I guess when I think of promoting, I think of like before the prologue, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we're in the epilogue now. Like it's almost March again. No, but I'm laughing. No, this is not funny. But I gotta say, this is not funny. I gotta say what this article says. It says the slap happy star who released his first full. I'm like, what? See, that's bogus.
Not slap happy.
Like, why you gotta add slap happy?
Why are they so shady?
So shady. This must be an opinion article. No, but it says the slap happy star who released his first full-length album in 2 decades in March is on a global tour to promote it. But many fans are convinced that Will, apparently not satisfied with the size of the crowds at his concerts, tinkered with the promotional video so that it looks like the audience is bigger. Now, he posted the clip on YouTube, and it shows him performing in front of fans, and it looks very normal. But then you start looking really closely, and I want to be very clear. I can be a sleuthy McSleutherson, definitely. We all love to internet detective. Like, it's fun. It really is. I don't get this deep into it. Like, I don't think I have ever, like, you know, zoomed in on a video to see how many fingers somebody has. But apparently the crowd, they had, 6 fingers. They were wearing things that didn't match the body parts. They were missing body parts. And there were a few people who, I saw this on Reddit, said that they were in the promo video and they weren't even there. Which, Rhea, did you know that? I did not know you could do that with AI. You can use people's images because apparently the internet owns us. Once we're out there, I guess they own us.
Yep.
And they can put your face somewhere else. And I knew that, but I never thought about it in this context. Like, let me find out that I'm at somebody's show in, Orlando, Florida, knowing dang well that I'm over here in Malibu. Like,
yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how people get caught up. That's how people get caught up. But Will definitely got caught up, and people were very quick to point it out. They said it's an AI crowd, bot-made comments, and an artist, that has lost all authenticity and resonance. When people create, they add to the world, as Will Smith used to. I don't want to say the next line, but basically it's saying, Will, you're better than this. You're better than this. You are he is.
Yeah.
Do you think if this is true that it's AI, and it's definitely AI, there's no question, Rhea, go look at it, you'll know. Mm-hmm. If it is true though, do you think that Will did he sign off on it? Like whose fault is this? Who are we to blame for this AI generated crowd?
It's for sure his team. They let him down, but also I think he's just an old dad.
Oh,
Like the way my mom sends me a
Will.
bunch of videos all the time, and I'm like, Mom, this is AI. She's like, no. And I'm like, yeah. I just don't know sometimes.
Totally.
But also, like, his team could have been like, hey, this is this new thing we got going on called AI. You can use it for your crowds or whatever. I think he probably was persuaded by his team to
do it.
Yeah.
Well, and again, the article says he was trying to generate buzz, like it was a promo video. So now it makes more sense. Basically, they're saying he put out a promo video because he's still on tour. And he's like, y'all need to come buy seats or buy tickets. I didn't even know he was on tour.
The way I've never heard of this.
I had no idea.
Didn't know he was making music.
Are you coming to Milwaukee? Like, let us know. 833. No, just playing. No, but so then, because Will, as we know, he's definitely a jokester, and he likes to be in on the joke, and he made himself in on the joke. But before he did, Green Day, yes, random emo early 2000s rock band, whom I used to love, by the way, and they still tour, they called him out. Green Day called him out. Green Day was on stage. I forget the name of the main rocker. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I can see him right now in my mind, but I cannot think of his name. The main guy from Green Day called Will out. Didn't say his name. He didn't use the government, but he said, yeah, and see, look at our crowd. We don't have to AI generate anything.
Dang.
Woo. Oh, girl.
Why are you just throwing strays like this?
I was like, pew, pew. Like, why?
Billy Joel Armstrong.
Thank you, Billy Joel Armstrong. So I don't know if Billy Joel and Will have beef, but now they do.
Hope not.
Now they do.
They definitely do.
Because Bill, like, you didn't have to kill Bill. Like, I don't understand why you would. Yeah, it was crazy. The fact. Sometimes I can just keep going, but when I look at you, I can't. Sorry. And we're back. Will wanted to be in on the joke, right?
Yeah.
So after Green Day's Billy Joel Armstrong, thank you. After he made a comment about how, like, oh, we have real crowds, we don't have to put AI in, Will posted a video, this time on his TikTok, of him very clearly with an AI-generated crowd. So it's an Instagram video. It's a crowd that was made entirely of AI-generated cats.
Meow. I thought you were going to do it.
Rhea, next time you're on a date or something,
Just
meow.
meow. Like, I have to leave.
I gotta go. And you take care of the bill. That's funny. But yeah, so he, oh, that's so funny. That really made me laugh. My bad. I'm trying to, like, yeah. So this article, he's taking strays everywhere, because this article says this is a story all about how Will Smith's AI social media gaffe got turned upside down. This is a different article.
Wow.
This is a different article. They are coming for Will.
They're excited about it.
Wow.
Jeez.
Who are these writers? Since when are y'all so opinionated? Oh my goodness. I thought this was news. No, it's not news.
They got jokes.
They got jokes, because this is an AOL article. The other one was from Yahoo. I'm like, wow. Okay.
Oh, so AOL and Yahoo are coming to these people like this?
Coming at them like this. You know what? They're trying to make a comeback.
They ain't got nothing to do.
Wait, you know what's sad, though? My AOL email is what I still use. It's my main. Yeah, it's my main personal. I know. I've had it since I was like 13.
It's like a biblical text at this point.
Literally. It's giving Philippians 4:13, because what? It is, okay?
Got a scribe.
You know what I'm saying? Ephesians. So he poked fun by releasing a new video of AI-generated cats. And, like, I get it. I understand it. But Will, I don't know. I almost wish he didn't respond. I'm so embarrassed. Like, yeah. I'm embarrassed right now.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm scared to talk about it, because it's embarrassing.
It's like a weak clap back, too. Because you're in the wrong already, and you're going to double down on it and make it more weird. Like, Green Day is calling you out. And AOL and Yahoo.
Yeah, right.
So,
right.
Not looking great.
No. Do you think he's in the wrong for using AI? Is there deception there?
I mean, if the concert's weak, just let it be weak and show a different angle.
Okay.
Like, I didn't hear about it. You didn't hear about it. So I don't know who's going.
Just show Will.
Just show him on stage. There's other ways to promote someone, I promise you.
Record the front row. I mean, and you know what? He could also tell everybody, come down. And then just, like, for real, though, I'm not even trying to be funny. He really could do that. How do you feel about people using AI to generate that type of stuff?
It is phony.
You think so?
It's really phony. Especially for this instance. It's like, if your concert was that weak, just do a different thing. No one knew you were out on this concert. There's other ways you can tell us that you're out on this concert, but I feel like for him to do it and then double down on it, it's like, this is just something, you're already in a bad light. Don't make it worse.
Right. And
then to use AI, which is so controversial right now.
I know. But AI, it's so clearly our future. I can't tell you how many different people, like on a professional level that I know, that have told me AI has been introduced into their workplace because they're like, this is our reality now. We're moving into the future. For us to resist it, it would be silly because there are obviously benefits for it.
Right.
When I think about Chat GPT, like I think about being in high school, like my sister's a sophomore in high school. Girl, do you know how Chat GPT, I would use that like
every essay.
Every essay.
Yep.
Every word problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. I literally would. I would, you know what? I would copy and paste the tests, and then I would tell it, fill in the answers for me. Because, you know, like sometimes practice tests, you know. Yeah. I'm just saying, as a high schooler, I would have been on that. I know I would. Now I would never do that. I honestly wouldn't, I promise. But, like, when you're in high school, you're not thinking about morals. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of are, but you're also thinking, I just want to get an A on this paper. I don't feel like doing this homework right now, so AI, you got me? You know?
Yeah.
So that being said, my sister has told me, though, that they allow AI. They allow Chat GPT because they have systems that can tell how much of the percentage of the paper, for example, was AI generated. They said they allow it because it's a new tool. It's a new resource. And I honestly, Rhea, I think at some point, we're going to be looking back at like conversations like this, the way that people looked at the internet. Because when the internet was first launched, they didn't think that was going to last. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah,
they didn't think, you know, so I do think that it is the future. It's about how we use it, though.
And we're already on the wrong path. And I feel like that's what happened with the internet as well. Like it was like something we're not sure about, opened great doors for us. But now that we're here, it's like it's causing more harm than good.
Such a good point.
And no one's really using it to their benefits. Like this is like all the knowledge you'll ever need. And yet we're fighting about Love Island.
Right.
Or like I have to bring her back up. But, you know, we're doing all these other things with the time and this research that we're using this tool for bad and not for good.
Right.
Same thing with AI. It's like it could be helpful, but also we've been warned multiple times by many scientists, hey, guys, let's not roll this out. It could be an issue.
Yes. Well, and people, again, they're already using it to their detriment, like you said. But you mentioned like using it for the greater good. What if we use it to replace child stars in movies in Hollywood? Because I have always loved the idea of a child star. I wanted to be one when I want to be a Disney kid. The older I get, though, and obviously, like, a lot of them have now released autobiographies, and, like, you know, there are historians that tell of the golden age Hollywood and why they have this new law, and not new, sorry, it's from decades ago, but there's a law that was created because kids from the golden age in Hollywood, their parents would take all their money, and then by the time they were 18, 21, they literally made millions, and their parents left them zero. So because the Coupon law, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Regardless, it did happen to someone, and now because of it, I think you have to put like 20%, whatever the percentage may be. But it's like, should we even be giving kids? Should we be putting kids in this type of vulnerable space? Keke Palmer, she just said on her podcast, I think like a week ago, she was the main breadwinner for her family by the time she was 12. But she didn't say it like in a, like, I'm bashing my parents. She was like, my parents gave up everything for me.
Yep.
But then she was their primary breadwinner. Right. So naturally, as the parents, sure, your kid's having fun and loving it right now, but there's going to eventually be projects that she's not going to love as much, but you're going to force her to do it.
Because we need the money.
We need the money.
Pay my mortgage.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Bills ain't going to pay themselves, baby. 12-year-old.
Sad.
It is.
It shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't. And I think I've told you the story about Demi Lovato and her mom. Her mom tried to discipline her when she was like 15, 16 years old. And she looked her mom in the eye and said, I pay your bills. I know.
What a plot twist.
Girl.
I'd be like, damn.
I know. I like, what do you say to that? I don't even, well.
She ain't wrong.
She's not wrong. But culturally, I would never say that.
No. Talk about Will Smith slapping somebody.
Girl, and I'm not about to talk about my mama on air, so I'm just going to leave it there. But I would never say that to my mother. Let's just put it that way. No, but that being said, Rhea, you know, you hear of all these different instances. What do you think about AI replacing child stars?
I want to actually go back about the Will Smith thing. We were talking about having your face online that can be used for different situations.
Yeah.
And this is why, like, I don't have children, but I would promote like don't put your kids on the internet because they can
be
your
used.
faces
Good
and
point.
used for other things
Good
that
point.
are worse than kids acting.
And Rhea, I genuinely think every child, including us, that has ever been on the internet, because I'm sure you've uploaded a childhood photo at some point, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's probably in somebody's basement right now. You know what I mean? It's disgusting, but it's true. So that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But off that note, I feel like for AI, when it's handled correctly for kids to be actors, it's a great thing. Like, I feel like if you can express yourself, you have a great support system around you. Hopefully you don't have to be like your family's breadwinner, but you're doing something you are passionate about that turns into a really great career for you. That's one thing. But those also have to have, like, we all saw what happened with the Nickelodeon. We all saw what happened with some of these Disney Channel stars. Not having to create the specific and correct support while you're in these projects to propel you and also keep you safe during it. That's one issue where I could advocate for us to have AI. But at the same time, if we have these AI child actors, what's the point? Like, this is going to open up a bigger can of worms when it comes to how we do TV, how we do film, how we do ads, how we do voiceover work. All these other different like forms of art are now might be taken away from us because of this. So I can see the both sides on the child aspect, but I think right now I would say no.
Yeah. No to AI.
No to AI.
Okay. Why no?
Let the kids act.
Let the kids act.
Give them safe spaces to act, but let them do the thing that they're good at. Really.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have half the things we love as kids growing up if we didn't have these child actors.
Yeah.
Parent Trap would be really different if it was two AI kids.
Yeah. And it wouldn't hit the same.
No.
Right? Like, and I feel like even kids would be annoyed. Like, I'll never forget when Polar Express came out. That is the most human looking movie I've ever seen. Like, cartoon animation. It's like scary
It's very creepy.
It looks so real. Just go Google the pictures. They look like real people. But like, imagine that on movies now, but like they're serious. Like, that's like the AI generated child, you know what I mean? That's such a good point, Rhea. When you were talking about letting them like still do things that they're passionate about, what if we still have them doing theater, but just not movies, not Hollywood? Because I guess that's my concern is the sets. You hit the nail on the head. And unfortunately, Rhea, we can sit here till we're blue in the face and say, well, they need to be better. Yeah, it's gotten better, but it's still not good.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely, I hear people talk about how they make sure they keep their sets safe for the kids, but I guarantee in a decade we're going to hear yet another wave of something that happened somewhere, you know?
But hopefully it's like a lesser wave. So
True.
we can get better from here, you know?
True.
Through these situations, and those kids are now becoming parents as well. Like, you would hope and assume they would set up a better like space for them to do the same thing that they did.
Right.
I would hope.
Right. I would hope so too, but you know, when you start to rely on your child for your livelihood, I don't even think you view them as your child anymore.
No, it's you're pimping.
That's your bankroll.
Right.
Like,
well, that's why they figured that out with social media people too. They're like, these kids are being exploited for social gain for your parents, and there's no protections for these kids whatsoever.
at all. I watched that documentary. It's crazy.
The lady in California, correct?
Yes, it was crazy. They had like the little social influencer house, but like for kids.
Yes, yeah.
Girl,
It's so bad. It's so bad, and you don't want that. Like,
the mom sent an old man who's a fan of the daughter her old underwear.
Yep. Yep. Like, how dare you? What's wrong with you? And that's the thing where I'm like, I'm for the AI.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah.
We shouldn't even get to that point, though.
No. Well, I was just going to say, unfortunately, I think no matter what time we live in, there's always going to be parents that are.
It's bad.
Yeah, exactly. And I hate saying that, but like, let's be honest, you know, a bad one. Like, I'm talking a really bad one from a good one. I'm not talking just absentee. I'm talking like they're going to have generational trauma from this. You know what I mean? I watched another documentary on Netflix.
Oh, my God.
The catfish one.
Oh, my God. Unknown Number.
Rhea.
I watched it last night.
Rhea. I won't give it away for those who have not watched it, but when you find out the person that was sending this little girl these horrible messages, Rhea, because they made a point on the screen, they said all of these text messages are real. So they made a point to tell us that before it started. Rhea, as it started going, I had to pause, and I'm like, this isn't real. And I'm like, oh, wait, they said it was real.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that person sent that to that person. Yeah.
It was spoiled for me before I watched it, so I knew what was going to happen and who sent the messages.
Me too. I saw a post and I was mad. I was
like,
mad.
What's that about? And I looked it up. I was like, this is insane.
Isn't it insane?
It's insane.
But apparently it was like a whole story, but we didn't hear about it until the documentary came out.
Yeah.
You know, because she was arrested and everything. But
for 1 year.
Right. She's in the documentary now. So anyway.
Which also, okay, yeah, we got to move on because I can't believe it.
I know.
If you don't want to have kids, then just don't have kids. If you're not going to be a good parent, just don't have kids. We have enough really crappy people in the world that we don't need more of them if you just are not going to do the job you already signed up for.
I think she's mentally ill.
Of course.
And they said it's Munchausen's, where you want your child to, it's the reverse. You want your child to need you. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not making excuses. I know. That was a spoiler, but it shouldn't give you any, just don't pay attention to that part.
2 and 2 together.
Right? No, but like, you know, to your point though, even for influencers, what if we start having AI children influencers? It's not going to hit the same?
It would never hit the same. I think that's why TikTok is so golden right now, because you can't do half the things we do on TikTok with AI.
True.
The jokes would never hit the same.
Nah.
At all. It would crumble because there's something different about being like a human.
I agree.
Respectfully AI.
Right. If you're listening, AI, I still love you.
Appreciate your work you're doing, but it hits different.
No, it does. You're right. And I think for kids, I mean, like, I remember being a kid. I remember, like, watching movies and being like, I want to have a sleepover with them. Like, I was, like, that kind of kid, you know? So it is fun when you feel connected to the character in some way, especially when you're, like, well, for me, at least, when I would find out, like, JoJo. When JoJo was popular, when she was, like, in 7th grade, I was obsessed with her. And I was like, if we knew each other, we would be best friends. Like, you know what I mean? I was that kind of kid where, like, I loved having that relatability to whomever I was watching.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like, it's not going to be the same if we let AI take over in that aspect. But that being said, is it worth it? Is it worth knowing that there are probably children being abused as we speak? And I hate to say it that way, Rhea, but it's probably the reality, because there's always going to be somebody doing some shady stuff.
Yeah.
And no matter how much we learn about it, it's like every few years we learn something new. And it's like it's evolved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even the mom who sent the old man her daughter's dirty underwear. Like when I heard that, my brain it malfunctioned, because I wouldn't even
Like, what do you mean?
What do you mean she sent your daughter's old dirty
To a man
that you don't know
from the internet? Like,
I literally didn't understand it. Like it took me a second to register what I just listened to. So
shameful.
It is. But going back to that, is it worth it to keep children in those roles? You know what I mean? Could we explore AI?
I say we could explore AI. I say it like, let me go back to this. Watching Raven and then like Lizzie McGuire growing up, these are people that I wanted to be like. I wanted to hang out with them, as you just said before. Like, these are people that Cheetah Girls events, it brought us all together.
Yes, honey.
These 4 women are on screen. I still went to a Cheetah Girl premiere party at the YMCA.
Period.
I met other friends.
And did.
Right. So there's things we want from these actors, but also we saw what happened to them in the aftermath of doing these shows.
Right.
It could still it could still happen today.
Yeah. And it can happen no matter what. Sorry, not to cut you off.
Okay. It can happen no matter what. So why would we take that away from building more community with kids and like having someone to aspire to be like, or you'd like to be like them, or saying, oh wow, the Cheetah Girls, they don't need no man. They're outside doing what they got to do. And half their songs are A, bangers, but then also B, like talk about female independence. And we could see ourselves in these actresses.
Right.
Which I feel like it's so important that you won't actually get that from AI when it's already fabricated.
That's true. I think AI is going to evolve. Like, I know it's going to evolve, because right now, to your point, like you said, like you'll tell your mom, like, no, that's AI, and your mom doesn't know it, but like we recognize it.
Right.
There's going to be a point where we may not even know that it's AI, and that's scary to me.
Fun tip that I also learned from a documentary.
Okay.
If you are on the phone or Zoom or whatever looking at AI and interacting with AI, if you're not sure about the person, ask the person to stand up, turn in a circle, and sit back down. AI can't do that, which is why TikTok will remain how it is, because there's some things you can't do.
Right. We turn around a lot on TikTok. They should call it Turn Talk, because that's all we do. Sorry. I'm sorry. It was right there.
Was it though?
It wasn't. I made that plate. I put the plate up. Nah, sorry. It was in the dishwasher. I took it out. Real quick, before we continue on, I was asking AI why AI could be a not so good thing to replace child stars.
Not you asking the source.
I asked the source. Listen, I told ChatGPT and I are like, okay? But be careful what you share with ChatGPT because there are no rules, there are no laws. She can share everything with anyone.
Yeah.
Just
and
remember
say
that.
Thank you and please.
I always say thank you and please.
They be talking to these people crazy.
That is so real. That's cute because I always do that.
Dude, well, first of all, you gotta watch your back. And secondly,
Okay.
I'm before you get your next spot.
Yeah.
Full circle. I don't know why Will Smith is using AI when he was in iRobot.
Rhea.
You've seen this happen and go wrong, sir. Why are you even using AI?
Come on. That's hilarious.
Make it make sense.
His team did not watch iRobot. That is hilarious. Now I got to go back and watch iRobot. I did not like that movie as a kid. So some key ethical issues and risks with switching out actual human children for AI, elimination of child labor protections. They said a significant driver for using AI is that it removes the need to adhere to strict child labor laws. But this could reduce opportunities for real children while eliminating necessary safeguards. Because basically they're saying just because one production does it, doesn't mean another will. But if there's a law intact where we make it so that AI can replace kids, it could reduce the necessary safeguards that are in place for all children. I don't know how, but they're saying that it could do that. I believe it. AI is telling me that. You know what? AI could be blowing smoke, Rhea. It could be blowing smoke.
I'm saying.
Loss of control in likeness rights. A child actor's digital replica could be used indefinitely without their ongoing consent or control. Eeh. That's what we talked about.
Yeah.
But again, if your face is on the internet, that's it.
But again, they're children. They have to have parental consent.
Do they? On the internet?
Clearly not on the internet.
Right.
But at least for this situation.
True.
They would need parental consent. And they're bypassing that.
That's true. That's true. Because you're right. If it's a movie or a TV show, there's a lot of legalities in there. You're right. Okay. I mean, I feel like a lot of this, because it's saying like, yeah, this is the psychological and creative impact. I mean, it's really everything that we talked about. AI cannot authentically replicate the nuanced emotional depth or personal life experience that real actors bring to a role. That's exactly what you said, Rhea. And they can't stand up and turn around and sit back down.
Okay.
And I can't tell you how many times I watch people do that in movies. It's not going to work, y'all. What if in the movie it's just like, and then it goes on to its next line, but they kept it in there? Like, why didn't you edit it out?
What? God.
Okay, anyway. I've heard, so we started going into it, Rhea, that if you get in trouble, and you talking to AI about your trouble, ChatGPT, apparently the police, they can seize those records and they can use them against you. So that's something that Rhea taught me. And I'm not going to lie, it scared me a little bit because I tell ChatGPT everything. She knows where the bodies are. And I'm just kidding. If I had real bodies, I wouldn't say it on air. But my ChatGPT, and I, we're really close. And I'm not embarrassed about it. Like, I'll tell you, I ask her when I can't sleep, I'll be like, can you give me 100 fun historical quirky facts about the Olympics? And I ask her to start from like ancient times to modern. It's silly stuff, right? We wrote a rom-com together. We wrote a romantic novel together. I'm very serious. It took me about a week to write this with ChatGPT. I'll never publish it, but I wanted to read it. So I'm not kidding. Oh, I'm not kidding.
I need you to send it to me.
I will.
But before you do that, what's the title of the romantic comedy?
Okay, hold on. Let me go to it. This part I actually am embarrassed about.
It's too late.
Well, no, I'm not embarrassed about the title. I'm embarrassed because I'm the main character.
You guys started up me. What kind of date were you having? You're like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do with your free will.
I think I couldn't find a good book to read. I'm not kidding you. And I was just like, AI, can you create a rom-com for me? And so she did, but it was boring. So I was like, okay, no, this is what we're going to do. So I literally, what you should do, I'm going to send you the novel, But what's really funny is reading our back and forth. Because, like, I would be like, no, go more detailed with this. What color nail polish does she have on? Like, I was like that. Oh, I'm serious. It took me like a week.
Mind you, I was like,
no, right, for real. Somebody's in there like, but that being said, there's a lot of great things that can come from it, but there's also bad because there's no such thing as a free lunch. I learned that in economics, okay, when I was like a sophomore in high school. Everything that we have, I feel like there's always like a give and take, you know?
Yes.
Is it possible for AI to just be a give? Could it just give to us? Is it like I'm saying like ergonomically, like is it possible for it to not drain, you know, waters? Or I mean, really though, I want to know. Let us know if you know, because I don't understand why it's already at a point where people are saying it's ruining our climate.
Because they didn't regulate it. No one's again. The scientists warned us multiple times. They said, let's not release this. We're not prepared to do this yet. And we're like, let's go for it anyways, and gave it these options to several different corporations and companies without like government oversight at all. And now we're here without saying, hey, we can't use this many databases, or we can't regulate this or use a chat GPT at all because it's going to destroy our water sources. And there were no stops ahead of time to say, let's roll this back, take a moment, see how this is going to work long term. And now here we are, people losing their jobs.
And not only that, but data centers, you know, obviously, and AI uses an incredible amount of electricity. Like, I think about my novel with AI, that alone, you know what I mean? Imagine 8 billion people writing a novel with Chat GPT, but like essentially that's dang near what it is. And right now, I don't know the percentage of people that use Chat GPT. It's going to get to a point where it's doing Facebook numbers, you feel me, or Instagram numbers. Like that's what it's going to be. There's no doubt about it.
Yep, here's this. So to cool these data centers, huge quantities of water are used, about 16 ounces for every 5 to 50 AI prompts. This is from AI-for-education.io. 5 to 10 or 5 to 50 prompts. That's like 2 water bottles.
Right. Yeah, and they say that's every time you press send on ChatGPT.
So you going back and forth, what, maybe 20 different times?
Yeah. I'm not proud of it, but I did do it. I'm not proud of it. But I want to know, like, honestly, is it possible for it to not affect our environment? No, it's not possible.
We don't know that yet. No one gave us enough time. Like,
Fair.
We have no idea.
Like you said, they rolled it out too soon.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even... Yeah.
Driving the car without the wheels, basically.
Right.
Now here we are.
Right. Building the car as you drive it. Jesus. Yeah, and that doesn't really work very well for people.
No, it doesn't.
You know? But yeah, this article literally says, like, they call them large language models, LLMs, like ChatGPT. So if you see LLM, that's what ChatGPT is. It requires extensive data analysis, consuming vast amounts of electricity and generating substantial heat. So
water, the data centers have a bunch of water, access to fresh water to use to cool down the computers because you wanted to write a book or write a caption or cheat on your math homework.
Wow. So I do understand that those are all directed at me. No, Mr. Smith, I did not cheat on my math homework that I turned in late yesterday. I'm just kidding. No, but you're right, though. The researchers estimate creating ChatGPT used 1,287 megawatt hours. I don't even know what a megawatt, like I can't even begin to process that. Megawatt hours of electricity and produce 552 tons of carbon dioxide, equal to driving 123 gas-powered cars for a year.
Insane.
And I think they mean like literally for a year, just going, like not stopping for a year. Wow.
Like you think about like the flights you might book because of the CO emissions that it gives.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like you can kind of like gauge that out. There's no gauge for this.
Wow.
You don't have an option. You just type in send and type it in and then send and then taking away your clean water.
Yeah, I wish they would educate us more. And I know they're trying. I mean, articles like the one that you sent, and there are many others, and there are people who talk about it, but like the higher ups, if you will, they're not talking about it the way they should be. But
I mean, like as
normal.
I was saying before, and this is, please don't quote me, but even the one big beautiful bill, they also mentioned that they will not have any like parameters of what will happen with AI when it comes to our environment.
Right.
There are no regulations in place there, and they put that in this bill that will be active a year from now. So that's not even talking about the AI we have going on at this point.
Right.
But even in the future,
Right.
there's no regulations for any of these companies that are wanting to use AI, whether it's your local food place or grocery store, the movies you want to watch. That's a lot of jobs. Like even I was telling you earlier today, like a person that I know, he lost his job with an agency doing like some type of voice work over AI.
And that's what I don't like. But like you said, like there's such a human element to, using people. Like, why would you? I think that's something where people are going to have to learn that the hard way. Because in a way, Rhea, I hate to say it because, it's always business first, unfortunately. I get it from a money saving standpoint.
Yeah.
But you're then sacrificing the art.
Yeah.
Right. And at some point, people are going to not be okay with that.
But it's the dollar signs too, though, because you think about it, like half the things we've mentioned have been art.
Yeah.
Writing a book is art.
Yeah, it is.
But like child actors, that's art.
Right.
It's all these things that have to do with our genuine like entertainment, if you will.
Right.
That people have actual working jobs in and day out.
Right.
You have AI doing that. You're losing people, not only like art in the community, but also these jobs that are fueling those same communities.
Facts. That's facts.
And it's helpful. Like, I'm not going to lie, I've used it. I hate it. I hate it. But a few times I've had to use it before. I'm like, I just want to get my job done today. So
Yeah.
it can be a tool.
Yeah.
But we just need like guidelines around it.
Totally. Well, no, I agree. I think that's a perfect way of summing it up. Like we do need guidelines, and I think with any new technological development, we need education on it. You know what I mean? We need to really understand what we're getting into because right now it's a free for all.
Right.
That's what it feels like, literally.
Dangerous. People are dying.
And come on.
Like,
I know.
you're not at that point with your AI, right?
No,
Okay.
no.
Just checking.
No,
Make
no,
sure
no.
you're good.
No. There's a kid who, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And that's where, obviously, it can get real bad. I'm shocked that AI or ChatGPT, so long story short, a teenager unfortunately took his life and ChatGPT gave him ways in which to do so. I was going to say I'm very surprised that it even was able to do that because they're actually pretty good. I told you I made a rom-com. I'll be real honest, y'all. I asked it to get raunchy. It would only get raunchy to a certain extent. So
Really?
Yeah. So that's why I'm surprised that, but in the article I read, he found a way to ask without saying it's so that I can do this.
And that's why I'm like, I know, because they have a mind of their own. Like, you see the one lady that asked to count to 1 million, and the AI was like, I'm gonna start, I guess. She's like, girl, I'm not counting 1 million. And she's like, the lady was like, just do it. And the AI was like, God, girl,
no,
1 million?
No.
Are you sure?
She was having a conversation?
Yes. And
No,
the AI
she
was like,
wasn't.
I'm not counting to 1 million. She didn't say it like that, but she was like, okay, here's 1 and 2.
Not,
Want me to keep going?
Yeah, right.
Okay, 3.
I'd be like, now turn around and sit down.
So I don't know. We have to find good guidelines for using AI. It definitely can be a tool. We have to use it responsibly. I think how I know now, like, I don't want to leave that environmental impact. So I'm like, if I can write it down, which I should be able to do on my own, if I can like research it and Google it and type something into Google, even Google has AI, which is an issue, but
yeah, everything has AI. Everything, literally, Instagram, everything has AI. If you go into the search bar for anything, there's an AI option on every app that I use. I'm not kidding you.
even in our photos now, I'll tell you this off air, there's like settings now that you have to turn off so that your photos don't get used by AI from my
Oh, are you
Apple.
serious?
No, I'm so serious.
Please show me after this.
I will.
Because no, we're not doing
And
that.
we don't know the things we don't know.
Right. And they're not going to educate us on that.
No. To use our likeness and identity for things. So we got to be very wary.
Yeah.
Use it to your benefit when you need it.
Yeah.
But also know like the more you use it, the more you might be impacting the future of not only you, but your children's children.
Absolutely. That's a good point. I think that's a perfect place to end it. Let us know your thoughts on this AI conversation. Give us your thoughts on Will Smith using an AI-generated crowd. Do you think that child stars should go away and be replaced by AI? Or are you good with there still being human children in movies and television shows, etc.? And then as far as the environmental impact, there's a lot there to unpack. I want y'all to just Google it. Environmental impact of AI. You're going to see countless articles about it. Give us your opinion. Do you think that we are doomed? Is our environment doomed? Is climate change and all of these things that people say are caused by, humans? Is it now really going to get to that point because of AI? obviously, you know, carbon emissions, et cetera, all of those things vastly increased over time as cars started to be a thing, and then motorcycles and airplanes and all that. Is AI the next thing that's going to put us on that trajectory? And if so, what can we do to stop it? Like Rhea said, there needs to be a regulation, but I just need to know whose billionaire husband is going to buy AI and regulate things, because we need it. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always appreciate y'all. Shout out to my girl, Rhea. Shout out to all of you. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you so much for watching Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks, and we'll be back next week with more. Bye.